to go. The Golden Bulls in goal. Shaw is in the white or light jerseys. And we are underway with basketball. We're glad you're here with us on semifinal Friday in the CIAA. Man defense right off the bat. A little bit of a zone look to almost a matchup there, Stan.
Blend zone, trying to be active. Johnson C. Smith.
Right down the middle of the lane. McLendon can't get it to go. Tapped around, and it's finally gathered in by Shaw. About our ones to watch, McDonald's ones to watch, Stan.
Ronald Thornhill had a solid basketball game last night. 3 out of 4 3-point shooting. A senior's won 2 CIAA championships. Keep an eye on him. He's a good shooter, very good shooter.
Just got the rebound there. What about for Shaw? Who's our McDonald's ones to watch for Shaw?
Part of that Smith combination. Tony Smith, number 20, 8 of 11 shooting yesterday, 19 points. A solid player, can put it to the floor, runs this Shaw basketball team.
Trevin Parks with the first basket of the contest. He had 15 last night in the semifinal victory over Bowie State. How about our Toyota keys to the game?
For Johnson C. Smith, they can't give up easy baskets, inside or outside. Play solid defense. JCSU said it's our house, it's our night. Let's get one more win, play on Saturday night. At Shaw, it's a simple thing. Solid half-court offense, solid half-court defense, and play some good, nasty defense tonight. If they can do that, they'll be playing on Saturday.
Johnson C. Smith with the basketball. The score just a moment ago. Man out front who runs the offense is Trevin Parks. Ronald Thornhill, that's James Odie with the basketball right now. They'll come up top to Calvin Smith. Parks back with it. Michael Cooper trying to work on the inside. It's Ronald Thornhill, and there you got the starting 5. Smith underneath. Kind of got the double look. Nice pump fake by Thornhill, and he connects. Deep man wide open that broke deep, and there's an easy lay-in. Dwight Bell with the lay-in.
Dwight Bell had a really nice game yesterday. Runs the floor at 6'6", gets that finished play.
Johnson C. Smith really runs a 3-guard, almost 2 forward center look. Look at there, nothing but string music, and now all of the guards have scored for Johnson C. Smith to start the game.
James Ote, the junior, maybe the less heralded of the 3 between Thornhill and the player of the year, Trevin Parks, but certainly a very deadly shooter. Came into this tournament having made 28 three-point baskets.
Shot by Tony Smith, off the mark. Smith had 21 points in 37 minutes in the quarterfinals. They say he carried the ball over, palmed it. Timeout is called by Cleo Hill for his team. And let's talk about the coaches. Cleo Hill's done an outstanding job in his 3rd season as a head coach at Shaw, one of the young gun coaches that's got a great future in front of him. And then on the other side, CIAA legend. I don't know any other way you describe Steve Joyner Sr., 24 years at Johnson C. Smith. Should we tell the story about him last night and how we saw him walking out of the arena?
We'll wait. Tell that story later. Don't want to give up all your good information too soon.
I didn't want to, but it was so good I couldn't believe it.
But we are going to tell it, Steve. Don't worry about it.
Stan and I caught him going out of the arena last night. We'll explain to you what he was doing. That's worth waiting around for to hear that story. So now Shaw will bring the basketball up. Tony Smith will run the offense along with Raheem Smith. The Smith guy is out front.
A lot more zone this year than we're accustomed to seeing out of Johnson C. Smith. Not as big as some of the teams we've seen, but what they do is they cover a lot of ground, especially on the perimeter.
Can ring that 3 up from McLendon, and that's a good 3 that they will need some of those tonight.
Yeah, Devon Mclendon in the game a couple of weeks ago had 20 points. Nice perimeter game, also went inside and got 15 rebounds.
The thing I like about Smith's zone is it's a true zone, but it kind of matches up to some of those guys too, as they were doing last night. Parks with it. Just waiting for an opening. Look at underneath. Calvin Smith. Strong bucket for Smith, and he's on the board.
Great body, Calvin Smith, good hands. Nice night last night. Finishes plays around the rim.
He's a specimen. He's like I like to call him. I mean, he is just built like a rock. Got some guns on him as well. This is a guy that did a good job rebounding last night. Look at the pass right there. McLendon with a nice pass. Bell says thank you very much, and he scored 2 layups, so just easy shots.
And those are nothing easy that Johnson C. Smith cannot allow Shaw to get. Shaw runs a very good half-court offense. You saw it again, curl the cut, get a second pass, and an easy layup again for Bell.
Shaw very patient in yesterday's 71-48 win over Elizabeth City State to get into the semifinals. Cooper, yes. And here's something for you, Stan. All 5 starters now for Johnson C. Smith have scored.
Anytime Michael Cooper can give you some inside baskets and you get those perimeter guys, it makes the offense for Smith a lot easier to run. But again, Shaw being very patient right now, wants to continue to try to pound it inside.
Well, they're having a lot of luck with Dwight Bell. Dwight had 9 last night, and the senior is saying, feed me the rock.
Both teams like a medium-range tempo, so nobody's really going out of their way to do anything. Just good shots right now.
Thornhill with the runner. We've seen that for a long time. 4-point lead for Smith. All the way across the zone. Look at the quick move to the basket. I think they're going to get a foul inside on Johnson C. Smith. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll be right back. Johnson C. Smith leading Shaw in the semifinal game number 1. He's in the orange and blue. Here's looking at you outfit right now. Look at that. I like the shoes. I think we could work with the shoes. We talked about Steve Joyner. His whole family is involved in basketball. It is a true family affair. Here's more on the Joyners.
It's a family affair with these guys. Basketball and coaching is in their blood. 4 different men in the Joyner family have had coaching experience on the collegiate level. 3 of them are doing their thing in the CIAA. Steve Joyner Sr. is the coach and athletic director at Johnson C. Smith. His brother Ed is the coach at St. Paul's College. Steve Joyner Jr. helped his dad win his first CIAA title in 2000. Now he leads the women's basketball team at Winston-Salem State. Ed Joyner Jr. played for his uncle at Johnson C. Smith. He's now the head coach at Hampton University. It's a unique situation, to say the least.
You don't find out how you touch people until later years. And we are always trying to provide opportunities for others that we touch. And when it happens within your own family, it takes on a different meaning and a stronger meaning. So for little Steve and little Buck to have the opportunity to be in coaching at a high level and doing well, it makes us very, very proud.
The legacy that they have put in front of me and my cousin is one that is going to be hard to match, but definitely one that I think me and Buck are competitive enough to try to go get and take it even further. But it's one that I definitely carry strong, and I think I definitely learned the importance of carrying that name by playing for him. I think that was the best decision that I ever made, was playing for him in college.
And as you may expect, they lean on each other for advice. Well, sort of.
I'm usually all ears when it comes to them, and more just taking in what they have to say, because they've been down this path before. So every now and then they will kind of ask me a little advice, but that's very, very rare.
The first thing, probably my dad, the biggest thing he's probably taught me is to have fun with it. I mean, he enjoys what he does. Win, lose, or draw, he's going to have fun with it, and that's one thing that I try to take away from him. The one thing that I've taken from my uncle, and me and my uncle talk about all the time, is to pay attention to detail. He's very detail-oriented, very, very scout-driven, very, he takes things to the nth degree, and I try to do some of that with my program.
CIAA fans better stay alert this weekend. If you don't pay attention, you may not know which Joyner will be working the sideline.
12:44 remaining in our first half, 15-15. We've got an even Steven basketball game. Delana Boyd has just checked into the game, replacing Earl Jackson. That's him wearing number 52. Big body for Steve Joyner's squad. Down the lane, would not go. Shaw is having some success running the break and getting out in a hurry. There's another basket for Raheem Smith. And they take their first lead of the game. A lot of success running the break, Stan, just transition taking off.
Well, it's just been a tale of 2 different early parts of the first half where everything Johnson C. Smith shot was going. now they're missing a few shots, and instead of being very methodical in the half court, Shaw's kind of reverted back to how they played early in the season, which was a fast-paced, up-tempo type team. They're taking advantage of the fact that Smith is penetrating inside of 18 feet, not doing a job getting back and getting some easy layups. I think this game is going to end up being a game in the, I would dare say, the low 70s to mid 60s if both teams continue to shoot the basketball and handle it very efficiently. Again, the first game back on the 5th of February, Shaw won that 86-78. Then a couple weeks later, Valentine's Day, Shaw won down in Charlotte 76-70. So a mid-70s game is what I'm anticipating.
Johnson C. Smith came out, hit their first 6. They're now 7 of 10, and that ball gets away from Antoine Wilkerson, who just checked in the game. Quite a few changes on both sides right now. Thaddeus Williams is also in the game for Johnson C. Smith. Look at the good passing. There's a guy who came in and did a nice job last night, Jamar Hosier, who gets the foul. He'll go to the line. Take a look at the replay, Stan.
I got you. Watch this. Inside, pass, cuts, the bump. But here's what you're seeing. You're seeing Shaw make extra passes. You're seeing Johnson C. Smith play defense, stationary with their feet not moving. You got to move and get hands in passing lanes. If Smith plays defense inside of 15 feet like this, it's going to be a long night for him.
Robert Williams hit with a foul. Jose last night came in really got spunk, but look at that right there. Nice rebound and stick back by McLendon. He has 5, and Shaw has a 4-point lead.
Shaw still playing some zone. Hosier doing a good job clock in the middle. Mid-range game has got to be effective now for Johnson C. Smith. That's not a travel.
Nope. Wilkerson let it go out of his hands and did a nice job of screening so he could get somebody to get to it. Here comes Shaw again. Got a man wide open on the other end. Puts it up. Count that. The Smith guys are laying it in again.
Yeah, Steve's not very happy right now with the fact that the guys are making some mental errors and not doing a nicer job of defense. I mean, they've last 4 or 5 trips, they've come up empty. And they've got to be able to do something. That's going to be a foul, I think, at the top on Bell.
Yeah, pushing foul's going to be called on Bell. We got a break in the action. Shaw's got a 6-point lead. We're back in Charlotte in a few moments. Back to the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte, North Carolina. There are joiners everywhere in the arena. We're going to take you up to the 3rd member of our crew, Satodia Moore. She's got a joiner with her.
Oh, yes. I have the head female in charge of the Joyner family. It is Food Lion Day at the CIAA. And Mrs. Joyner, you're back for another game, which is good news because you guys are winning.
That is exactly right. We're so excited. They work hard all year to get to this event, and it is certainly an event.
It is an event.
It is an event.
It's the ultimate experience.
It's like a time capsule.
It is.
See past, present, future. I love it.
And speaking of past, present, and future, we just saw a package on your family. Tell us a little bit about why your family is considered the official CIAA family. Tell us a little bit about the history.
Well, I think they're considered the official CIAA family because we have so many coaches in the family. We have Little Steve at Winston-Salem State, my husband at Johnson C. Smith, Little Buck in Hampton, and Big Buck is at St. Paul University. My other son also played in the tournament, so we've just been basketball fever forever.
And where's the little mascot?
Oh, she did not get to come tonight.
Aww.
She'll be here tomorrow after we win tonight.
I know that's right. She is too cute. And of course, I don't want to hold you too long because I know you want to get back down and watch your husband's team. But how stiff is the competition down there?
The competition is very stiff tonight. It's going to be a very tough game. But I think we can pull it off.
Oh, yeah. Excitement is in the air. Guys, stand and chip. I'm going to throw it back to you.
Tony Smith at the line. Got a 7-point lead with this team. Couldn't convert on the second one. Strong rebound by Calvin Smith. And Johnson C. Smith's got to get a little spark, Stan. Offensive foul on Trevin Parks.
One of the things that's really impressed me over the last 2 days for Shaw has been the fact that they really do a nice job of team defense. And you saw the bump up that time by Hosier, and then he comes back, slides off the defender, gets in the lane, and takes the charge. And again, when you're playing team defense and everybody's collapsing on the paint, coming out on shooters, you know, you're going to have poor shooting games right now. Johnson Smith really struggling to get any of them. Oh!
Hosier with an extremely quick first step. Boy, was that a quick first step. By and in. Shaw's on a 13-0 run and trying to add to it. We got whistles and travel, it's called. 7 straight trips down the floor for Johnson C. Smith that produced nada. Thanks, Greg Goins, for the great stats.
Hosier's not a guy that they really asked to score a lot of points. Only one double-figure game this season. But what he does, he adds a physical presence. Took the charge, that got him excited. Gets an open look, drop step, and then it's done.
Alvin Smith can't convert. There's a rebound. That's some of the other stuff that Hosier does. They're breaking it again. Got a man open, got another lay-in, and it's another Smith guy, Raheem Smith, and Steve Joyner has had enough. Another timeout. And the Shaw folks are feeling it right now. 26-15. My goodness. The last Johnson C. Smith field goal was at 14:07. Stan, let's take a look at our Toyota replay. Here we go again.
Well, there's not a lot to say, but just take that ball in there, drive it right down the hole. Toyota, the green initiative. Everybody thinking green right now. If you're Shaw, green is in a championship trophy. All the green grass around you. How nice does it look driving that Toyota down the highway? It'd be a nice ride going down to 85 with the championship trophy. They're a game away if they keep playing like this.
Well, we were impressed yesterday with the way that they took care of business against Elizabeth City State. Not stunned that they won the game, but in the method that they won, and 71-48. It was truly, truly a clinic they put on yesterday. Now Shaw's trying to hang the defense in, and Johnson C. Smith's got to find some kind of offense. James Odie's got everybody in the world chasing after him.
Watch out with defensively. Everybody's moving on the basketball, doing a great job inside.
Earl Jackson.
Even that basket was hard for Johnson C. Smith to get.
But they needed it. Shot is long from McLendon, but the long rebound goes right back to Tony Smith. And they can be very patient, too. We watched that yesterday. I think the ball was kicked. Yeah. It'll be Shaw basketball. Ball gets bouncing around in there. It could go anywhere. Shaw inbound it. 23 on the shot clock. Here's a call from Cleo Hill on the sideline.
They like this little double stack. Nice steal.
Oh, James Odie almost picked it and went with it, but he stepped out of bounds.
Now, what you'll see out of Shaw is a team that will run a very, very nice medium-range half-court offense. Medium range in so much as they don't do the speed thing you see out of a lot of college teams. It's more of a pro set. They take their time, they run their cuts, they run people off screen. Here's a double.
There's a three-pointer. Back rim, but another rebound by Shaw. And look at that, nothing but the bottom of the basket for McLendon.
One of the things we've talked so much about this week at the CIAA tournament is second chance opportunities. If you give teams second chances in this tournament, you're going to be hurt. Johnson C. Smith continues to not do a good job inside.
Look at the rejection from McLendon, but he stepped out of bounds. He came out of nowhere. Jackson thought he had this made.
Working hard. There's a nice little drop step, the bump there, and then you come from the weak side again. What has Shaw done a better job than anyone in this tournament is help side defense. Even there, you got three guys running at the basketball.
Thaddeus Williams' shot wouldn't go in, chased down over on the side by McLendon, but he's out of bounds. It will be Smith basketball.
I think if you're Smith, you've got to find a way to get your defense active. Try to get some steals. The Smith guys are going to handle the ball a lot, but I think you got to find a way to get a couple steals, get some more excitement. Only down 11 points.
That's an easy one, yeah. Antoine Wilkerson puts it in. He had 10 last night. He had a great game last night. Really provided a boost for him. And the lead is 9.
Trying to run again. Try to get an isolation there.
Trying to back in. Turnaround jumper, and that's way short. Jackson with the board. Here we go. Really the catch. Look at the pass. The lay-in is good, and they're going to call a foul on the floor, I believe. Yeah, Jackson made the bucket. Great pass from Wilkerson, but we got two big bodies on the floor, and it looks like Jackson got the worst of that. We'll take a break, and then we'll be back in a few moments. We'll check in on how Jackson is. Stay with us. All right, the good news is we come back as Earl Jackson is okay. He kind of was tripped as he was coming down, so he'll go to the free throw line to try to complete a three-point play. We take you back up top. Satodia Moore's got another guest.
Fabulous women in the building, Dr. Paula Walker-Johnson, another CIAA legend. And let's talk a little bit about your recent 2011 CIAA Hall of Fame. You're an inductee. How does that make you feel?
Priceless today. I can barely talk about it. Give me a little bit more time and maybe I'll tell you something. It was absolutely wonderful. A phenomenal day, and I'm still reeling from the excitement.
I mean, and it's just you bring so much to the CIAA, and of course you spent over 35 years coaching the Woo Woo girls, and they're just so popular around here. I mean, you've definitely set a standard and you've left a legacy.
Thank you. I want to say congratulations to all the other inductees and say hello to everybody who's been fans over the years, and especially thank you to the Woo Woos who are still doing it, but it was just awesome.
And I have to say, Woo Woo, and you look fabulous. You look absolutely fabulous.
You're kind.
And I think it's important to also point out that you're still teaching.
Yes, I am. I'm a full-time teacher at the university, and I'm happy about that. I'm not ready to give that up yet.
And I don't think you ever will.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All righty, guys, back to you.
Shaw with the basketball now, moving it up the floor. McClendon stops and pops. Look at the hustle and the rebound, and to put it back up and in. Raheem Smith. Looks like Shaw's going to try to blow it out, but you know what? Johnson C. Smith comes back. Here comes another steal, and here comes another shot at a lay-in, and McClendon with it. They are just having a feast on those easy buckets. Defense to offense. 12-point lead for Shaw.
Shaw has 5 offensive rebounds, 3 putbacks. Johnson Smith continues to turn the ball over.
When they get these runouts, Stan, it's just not good. Not good at all. Foul call there, but once again, making something happen out of it. Tony Smith. You can always pick a Smith and you can get one right on the Shaw, can't you? Here's a Toyota replay. Nice move there.
But you're not happy with your Smith because right now nobody's stopping the basket. Tony Smith thrown down 3 or 4 yellow shirts, reaching, grabbing, not down, defending. Shaw runs too good an offense. They're too quick that if you don't stop the ball and then get them in secondary break or secondary offense, they'll bury it. And right now, Smith's got no answer for that. See what happens. It's final 6:04. Smith needs just a mini run to get the enthusiasm back on their side and also get the crowd back.
Good pass inside. They're going to call a foul as Calvin Smith went strong to the hoop.
Really like how active Calvin Smith has been this entire tournament. Trying to find ways to get the basketball again. Dribble penetration. Williams makes the nice decision, makes the right call there, makes the bounce pass. Calvin Smith goes to the line.
Dwight Bell hit with a foul. And right now, if you're Johnson C. Smith, you're trying to get points any way you can get points. That's the bottom line. You just need to score. David Jones checks into the game for Shaw. Second attempt. I'm a Calvin Smith fan, Stan, just so you know. I like how he's built. I like things he does. I'm a Calvin Smith fan. You hear the call again by Cleo Hill, yeah.
kind of
Running
settle
that
in
shot
there.
clock down. Yep, that's what they're doing. Another basket. Raheem Smith.
You got to remember, Raheem Smith led the conference in scoring latter part of the season.
Try to stick
Very
it back to the
good
other
off the
side.
dribble.
Parks can't do it. Thornhill trying to win the chase, and he does not. Timeout called immediately by Smith when he gets it. Raheem gets the timeout. Johnny on the spot right there. So looking at the numbers, just want to give you some point totals out of Shaw, Stan, and let you talk about it. McClendon's got 9. Raheem Smith has 10. Dwight Bell has 8. Tony Smith has 6. And Hosier has 4. They've got a lot of people putting points on the board.
They're a balanced attack. And even though the Smith guys kind of lead them in scoring, we've had several guys this season that scored in 15, 18 points a ball game. We talked about Devon Mclendon. He's got 10 double-figure games. And what happens is that it makes it hard to defend this team. You know the Smiths are going to give you a lot of points, but who else steps up? When you get a third or a fourth guy scoring, well, it's kind of hard to beat you. And right now, what's happening is that Johnson Smith's been out hustling plays, and they're making a lot of those physical errors, not boxing out, not getting a loose shot, loose ball. They got 5 minutes they can't win or lose it right now. They can lose it, can't win it. They got 5 minutes to get the bounce back, get the golden bull back. Don't be surprised if this is a time where Thornhill 5, Trevin Parks 11 try to take over.
They're going to need to, like you said, no question. Parks to Cooper. Cooper down the lane. They're going to call that offensively. Offensive foul on Michael Cooper going right down the lane.
What's that, the third time tonight we've seen a big guy give up his body. Just excellent defense. Like turns there, gets an offensive call. That time David Jones takes the charge. We saw Hosier take a charge a few moments ago. David Jones takes the charge. Bell's inside, playing very active. Your post guys are moving inside like that, rotating, help side defense. It's hard to get anything inside, and the perimeter's doing a good job stifling the guy.
You had mentioned yesterday Shaw came into this tournament hot on a firecracker, and they have continued to play at that pace. It's an easy shot there for Mclendon. 4:24 to go, and the lead is 15. Wow. Would not have guessed that happening. In the middle there. Thornhill trying to get something. Was trying to get a three. Couldn't get it. Lay-in attempt is missed. They tried to go deep. Thornhill, though, gets back and makes the interception. Robert Williams missed a bucket a minute ago. He's come into the game trying to give him a little spark. They're moving with the ball pretty good. Stan just can't get anybody open. Smith, nice look. Trying to take a shot. No good. Jones with the rebound. They're pushing it again. Shaw going to the hole. Rebound, stick back, and you can add another bucket. Darrell Johnson.
Second chance opportunities. Mark Sherrill, assistant coach, Steve Joyner, head coach, and Johnson Smith just shaking their head in dismay at the number of offensive rebounds that Shaw's been able to get and then follow up with baskets.
Well, the rebounders are in great position to get the rebound, Stan. As Calvin Smith is one. He was really not contested on that last stick back. That's going to be a jump ball call. The possession arrow is in the favor of Johnson C. Smith. So we'll take a break with 3:02 remaining in our first half. Shaw in command of this one. See what Johnson C. Smith can do when we come back. Welcome back. Shaw, this first half, is shooting over 63% from the floor. Those are strong numbers. Let's take it back up top to the concourse. Tony Moore's up there with the guest.
Oh, yeah. You guys have a hometown favorite on the court with Johnson C. Smith, but I found a fan and viewer favorite up top. 4-2C, everybody's talking about you guys. You sang earlier.
Yes, we did.
And introduce yourselves again so they won't forget who you are.
I'm Joe Shivers. I'm Jerry Harrison, and our missing partner is Ron Pierce.
Okay, but we can still do a little something. You don't need your third partner. You guys are that talented. So I want to show the people what they missed. If they missed a little action earlier, can you sing something for me? Sure. I'm going to be all up on you.
Okay. He won't mind.
Okay, well, let's do it. I'm going to let you guys sing a little bit. Let's hear something.
Okay. Today I saw somebody who looked just like you. She walked like you do. I thought it was you.
I know my mom is going crazy at home. Hey, Mom, hey, you can sing to me anytime. No, I must ask, are you guys independent or have you signed with a major label yet or what?
Not as of yet. We are independent right now.
You have any interest? You want to shout out to somebody that needs to, look you up on the internet or anything? Maybe Rock Nation or something?
Oh, Motown, Sony, anybody.
Call us.
That's it.
Call us.
4-2C. I've got their CD right here. They're very talented. You guys, everyone's loving you here. We appreciate you being here, okay?
Thank you very much.
It is Food Lion Day at the CIAA stand, and Chip, back to you.
43-28, Shaw leading this one, and I mean, they have played outstanding. And we need to do our Marines Excellence and Leadership Award, and we've got a humdinger of one this time from Shaw University. Raheem Smith, senior from Greenville, North Carolina, 6'2", 190 pounds. There he is right there. Marines Excellence and Leadership Award. Congratulations to him. He's had a great career at Shaw U. Minute 19 remains in the first half. Johnson C. Smith trying to find an answer, and that is not the ticket. Antoine Wilkerson's shot does not go in. They're going to slow it down. Shaw will. They can't expire the clock as we're just to a minute to go in the first half. And they can continue to run some clock. Tell you what, I'm really impressed with what Shaw's done the last couple of days. They look good. Nice pass. My goodness. Daryl Johnson says thank you for the sweet pass, and he makes the easy basket.
That is the 34th point in the paint that this basketball team has tonight on 45 paint.
That's a pretty good number, Stan. Down the lane. Look at the bucket there from Thaddeus Williams. 15-point lead by Shaw. They can run it out if they'd like, and they'll back it out a little bit. Try to take one shot. Way out three. And almost. Tony Smith had to go everywhere but down. So a surprising first half comes to a close. Shaw with a commanding 45-30 lead over Johnson C. Smith. We'll come back, have all of our halftime activities. Stay with us. You're watching the CIAA basketball tournament.
Eight-inch adapter is bad. Yes. Okay.
The man you see right there on the screen is Charlie Neal. He was inducted into the CIAA Hall of Fame today, one of the great broadcasters of all time, and he has been, I guess, a hero to both of us. Charlie been around such a long time, Stan.
Had the great pleasure today of introducing Charlie along with Paulette Walker-Johnson and Gregory Hines and Thomas Moore, Richard Franklin, longtime friend, Anita Cooper Epps, and just an outstanding day. Proud to be able to do that and proud to be a colleague of Charlie and work with him a lot. And we learned a lot from Charlie.
He's a good guy. All right, let's do our Verizon highlights of the first half and take it away here.
Well, Johnson Smith got off to a nice start. James Ote hits that jump shot right there, but they really haven't been able to shoot the ball well, only shooting 46%. Mid-range shots fall every now and then. Nice inside play by Michael Cooper. He's only 1 of 2 shooting. And then again, inside, the nice pass. Things look good for Smith early. Earl Jackson leads the way with 7 points. But just too much of solid plays right there. Hosier taking a charge, 2 for 2 from the field, finishes with that slam dunk. The transition baskets, the push aheads have been important for Shaw. Tony Smith. And then that's just climbing and flying through the air. Devon Mclendon having a super game in the first half with 11 points on 5 out of 12 shooting.
Take a look at our halftime statistics, and you can see it is definitely in the favor of those Shaw Bears. 62% from the floor, not much from the three-point, but look at the rebounds and the blocks. So when we come back, it'll be second half action, and no question, Johnson C. Smith has got to find a way to get on the horse, trailing 45-30. We're back in just a few moments in Charlotte. For the second half, the Shaw will go with McLendon, both the Smith guys, Bell and Johnson. Johnson C. Smith will go with Williams, Thornhill, Parks, Odie, and Smith. Same way we started the contest a short while ago. It has been a long first half if you are a Johnson C. Smith fan. 30 points, but give it up 45. Something's got to give in a hurry for the second half, and there's a possible steal right off the bat. They're going to hit him with a foul, and they do. Foul is called on Ronald Thornhill. He was trying to make something happen, couldn't get around the man, and got a foul.
All right, now, let's get this thing. We got too many issues going on right now. Johnson C. Smith shooting poorly, turning the basketball over. Mr. CIAA hadn't made an appearance yet. Things aren't right now on Friday night, so it's time to get everybody going. Smith, pick up the tempo defensively, handle the basketball better, make some shots, stop this run. Shaw continue to execute. Good things are going to happen for him. Let's see what happens for me. There was a lob, they took it away. Better defense already by Johnson C. Smith.
The man open underneath. Foul is going to be on Calvin Smith as it went inside to Bell again, Dwight Bell, and he has been a pain inside with 8 points in the first half. Take a look at our Toyota replay.
Neither team really getting to the free throw line. Johnson C. Smith 3 of 3. Shaw 2 of 6, but being very active. Tony Smith's on the line a couple times. This guy Dwight Bell has it. Bell is one of those physical forces. Again, doesn't put a lot of numbers up, averages about 9 points a game. Has had 2 huge games this year against Livingstone, where he had 27 and Western against 20, but just does all the inside stuff. Right now, he and the rest of his teammates are just dominating the 15-foot-in area.
Well, they shot over 60% from the floor in the first half. It was an absolute outstanding shooting half, and most of the shots came from close to the hoop. Odie on the outside, back to Parks.
If you look for a number right now, you really can't for Smith. What you got to do is just get back-to-back baskets, back-to-back-to-back baskets maybe, and then just kind of get everybody excited again. Plenty of time, but they got to score in the next few possessions.
Thornhill for 3. Nope.
Saying they're continuing to go one and done. Get another rebound by Shaw. They have 20 now.
Well, you got to get the crowd back into this.
Well, they got to get back in it. They've got to get back in it, and they get that by playing better defense and getting some easy baskets. You think of all the number of easy baskets that Shaw's had compared to how many Johnson C. Smith's had.
I believe it was 34 out of 45 in the first half were inside the paint. That's right, something like that. My goodness. You make most of those. Look at Shaw, very patient again. The clock goes down to 5. They get a good shot, and Daryl Johnson connects. He has 6.
Now, one of the things that we've talked about over and over again with this Shaw team is their patience and what they do after 15 seconds on the shot clock. They've been very effective. I'd love to keep a stat on that. Maybe get Greg to start doing that. Keep a stat on what happens after 15.
Calvin Smith short. thing that you mentioned yesterday is they really run an NBA offense where they wait down to about 8 seconds.
Yeah,
the
the
pacing
pace
is
of it.
very similar. And those people are panicking with 8. They're just kicking it into their offense with 8. Tony Smith out front.
Look at the hands on Tony Smith. Just palm that basketball. Got a size advantage over Parks. Now there's a double.
Look at the passing inside and a good, quick hands move by Odie, but they're not rewarded for it. Shot clock at 1. They get a shot off and it goes in. Can you believe that? Wow, Daryl Johnson has hit 2 now to start the second half.
And no concept of time, but that's why it's good to have the bench in front of you, your teammates talking.
Another one and done by Johnson C. Smith. Here comes Shaw again.
We're about 2 plays away, maybe not now, from Smith.
Wow. Steal, bucket by Smith. My goodness. 23-point lead now, and Shaw really pouring it on. Tony Smith gets the steal and the bucket. Right when you think Smith may be turning something, Shaw turns it back the other direction.
Well, Steve senses kind of what I sensed before he took that timeout. They need a timeout badly. And what happens is if you want to play the championship so bad, sometimes the performance that you can actually do totally miles away. Smith wants it, but they just can't do it. They just can't get it done.
Can't get it done. Antoine Wilkerson's ball goes in and out. And here comes Shaw. Right down the middle. You can count that one too. Devon Mclendon, he now has 13. And Stan, you can really see there's nobody stopping the ball anywhere. They're getting in the lane before anybody stops the ball.
Now, I tell you what, if you get a few more baskets like that, we better go call Satavia and see if she can get Ms. Joyner back on, because they're going to have to talk to somebody. She may need to be the 5th coach in the Joyner family to help them, because right now Steve's running out of ideas because these guys just can't get back on defense. They're not shooting. I don't think they made a field goal in the second half. So
nope, they have not.
And all Shaw's doing right now, they've turned into a difference, and they got 1-3-1 on them. There's a gap shot, but see, they can't get it up. Can't get it done. I mean, it happens.
Yep.
Some nights it happens.
And this is like it's one of those nights for Smith right there. Very uncharacteristic all the way around. But this Shaw team seems to be peaking at the right time, CIAA time. And look at, they're in no rush.
That's how they play. Here we go. Yeah, let's keep your eye on the clock.
Down to 14, puts it up with 12, bounces around, doesn't get it to go, but look who's there, Bell again. My goodness. Bell and Jordan have just been pains underneath the basket.
Mclendon goes about 6'4", Bell about 6'5". Daryl Johnson, who we really haven't talked a lot about, even though he's made some good plays, it goes about 6'8".
Look at that. Wide open. Nice pass. Thank you very much. Bell now with 12.
You want to watch a team run great half-court offense? Tape this game.
Yep. Taking a look at it. No field goal for Johnson C. Smith since 22 seconds left in the first half. We're now to the 15:40 mark of the second half. So we're going to take a break, and we will come back to Time Warner Cable Arena semifinal number 1 of the CIAA.
CIAA tournament is brought to you in part by Toyota, live like there is a tomorrow. Marines, the few, the proud. Verizon, brought to you by Verizon. And by Lowe's, let's build something together.
The Shaw Basketball Clinic continues. There are some future CIAAers. Gotta like that. Those are some of the ball kids, and they do an outstanding job during the tournament. They are a lot of fun to have around. Let's go back up top, and our Satodia Moore has got another interview.
Yeah, that's right, guys. We are having a blast up here up top. And, of course, the CIAA tournament is more than just basketball. They have the second largest fan experience under only the Final Four, so you have to expect a ton of celebrities to come through here, and I have found one. Hello, Kejon.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing it well. How are you?
I'm great, I'm great.
And, of course, everyone knows you had a major single with On the Ocean. What do you have coming up next?
Well, I'm working the new single, is called Good Morning. And the new project, the new album, due out May the 3rd, is called Oxygen.
We're definitely going to be looking out for that. And outside of the obvious, what brings you to the CIAA tournament? It's been crazy in Queen City.
I mean, it's always exciting here. I'm going to attend a couple of parties, the tent with Birdman and Fabulous.
Now let's talk about those parties, because there are over 150 unofficial parties, not including the official parties. So you're doing one tonight with Fabulous and Birdman, and then you're going to be hanging out tomorrow night as well, right?
Yep, tomorrow is Young Jeezy.
Ooh, that's going to be hot.
Yeah.
K-John, Young Jeezy. Ladies, y'all better get those tickets now, okay?
That's a good combination. Good combination.
You want to sing us out? Can you sing a little something for us?
Now the tide is coming in. I see the waves flowing out there on the ocean. I know my ship is coming in. You know what I'm saying?
And I love it when he looks at me and sings that song. Fellas, back to you.
63-34, 14-30 remaining in a basketball game. And I don't know what you say for Smith right now. I don't know what you got to do to get him back in it, because I'm not so sure the well-oiled Shaw machine is just not running like crazy right now.
It's the only thing you can say for them is right now, and I love Steve to death and love the Bulls and everybody over at Johnson Smith, Dr. Carter, is probably unite to go ahead and get the softball season ready. Because it's going to take Herculean effort. And I just don't see it physically, and I don't see it emotionally right now. The Bowie game, a 9 o'clock Bowie game, took a lot out of this Johnson C. Smith basketball team.
Yep, they did. Second half, Shaw is 9 of 11 from the field. Johnson C. Smith is 2 of 7 from the field.
And it's been a clinic down the floor. Smith, the no-looker. And you don't even see the Golden Bulls in the picture. And just Smith doing a nice job of taking the ball down. And hey, and the thing of it is that Johnson C. Smith has had 3 or 4 games where they've lost by 13, 14, 15 points through the season. A couple of them were back-to-back early in December. But when it happens at the tournament, it's kind of magnified.
Yep.
It could be the end of your season, and so you really take a hard look. But I got to feel that the combination of a very tough Shaw team anyway, they've beaten them twice, and the fact that Smith had that last game and played a very emotional game against Bowie State, it's just taking its toll on these guys today.
Let me give you one number here that is going to impress you. The 5 starters for Shaw, all of them are in double figures as Parks hits a 3. All 5 starters.
Yeah, well, in a game like this, that really shouldn't surprise you, as efficient as they've been on offense.
And that tells you at least 50 points are from your starters or your 67. Pretty impressive. And they continue just to run the offense.
Well, at the first half, they had 21 made field goals and 10 assists off those 21 made field goals. So that lets you know of the efficiency. And then the other half of those field goals came out of transition where there was no assists. So it becomes one of those things where if you're Johnson C. Smith, you just got to kind of battle and hopefully you can fight through it.
Shot up with 2 on the shot clock is strong by Raheem Smith. Parks trying to kick it around. Johnson C. Smith hadn't thrown in the towel, folks, but they've got a monumental hill to climb. Pushing underneath is the rebound by Delani Boyd, just actually caught the fair catch is what it pretty much was. Smith's shot was way short. So Anton Wilkerson will come in the game. Tony Smith will check in as Derek Hunter will check out. Thornhill. Well, there's a tip in. I think they got to give that credit to Wilkerson there, even though I'm not sure he was the only one who tipped it. But right now you don't care if you get a point in the basket. Wilkerson tried to get a steal, couldn't do it.
We get a shot at that. Maybe we can maybe the guys in the truck can give me, thank you, a replay of this. Watch the misdirection. See, there's 3 guys on the right side of the floor, and they make the quick pass to the weak side, and what happens is there's nobody there. So it's kind of a pseudo back door that you're looking for Tony Smith. And if your defense isn't in help position, you're going to get that weak side play. Again, it's a great job of moving the ball. We talk all year long about moving the ball from side to side. That was a really nice example of that.
Taylon Fadl's checked in the game wearing 43.
Never in a rush.
Nope.
Shaw basketball team right there. Clock under 15. Smith just manhandling the basketball.
Lost a handle, and they're going to call it offensively on that one. Yep, offensive foul on 20, and that's Tony Smith hit with it. So 11:40 remains in the basketball game. You see the numbers, 67-39. Back at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte, North Carolina, CIAA semifinal. Going to take you right back upstairs. Tony has got to get you. Got a man? Where you still? He's still there. Going to sing for more.
Oh man, I'm telling you, this guy is so popular. I had to keep him with me. He's a CIAA tournament favorite. Now you performed last year, and I heard you shut it down, like all the way down.
It was fun. It was fun being here.
And of course, you're not just a performer. You like to play ball as well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, rocking the Jordan.
You are kind of like in your full Jordan gear.
I am a playground legend, so to speak. I really like playing basketball, and I've coached it at some point in time.
And Mike needs to holler at you about an endorsement.
Well, you know, me and Mike are real good friends. I've been doing Mike events for the last couple of years. He's a good friend of mine, so he keep me laced up.
And of course, you stay laced up. You like to hit the court. You got a favorite out there, Sean Johnson C. Smith?
I'm going with the home team, Johnson C. Smith, because, you know, the crowd going to get into it and they'll probably pull it out.
And then what happens if Shaw takes it home, though?
You know.
We'll have to hit the rewind button, right?
It's not going to be good for the home team, you know.
They can always grab you and throw you in a uniform, though.
Hey, suit me up. I'm ready.
We're having a blast up here, guys. CIAA tournament. It is Food Lion Day at the CIAA tournament. We're live on TV1. Stan and Chip, back to you.
Under 11 minutes remain in the game, and it must feel like for Smith fans that it's been about 2 days worth of basketball right now.
I tell you what, if Smith doesn't start doing something pretty soon, Kayjon may have to go ahead and suit up because it's not looking too good for the home team. You may want to rethink that pick right now.
if he does, Stevie's wife may be coaching.
Steve, everybody. That's better. There you go.
Parks hits a 3. Maybe we better tell the story of what he was doing last night.
I think we're about storytelling time. But no, I mean, I think all kidding aside, I mean, you look at Shaw, they've been very efficient offensively, and you look at Johnson C. Smith, got in the funk early, missed some shots, and I still think the hangover from Bowie State may be in effect. And, you know, not only was that an emotional game, it was a very physical ball game. And
almost good play by Boyd. Boyd got his paw up there and knocked it down.
So, you know, and what you do if you're Smith is you keep chipping away, and, you know, you find yourself down, you know, what's that, 25?
Yep.
And you say, okay, hey, let's try to chip it. And if nothing else, we want to go out of here, you know, playing better basketball. Leave with a better taste in your mouth, especially I know Ronald Thornhill wants to. So they'll keep playing. I know Steve, they'll keep playing. But there's not many answers for Devon Mclendon when he's shooting like that and the rest of the crew.
And it is the crew shooting. Shot is missed. Rebound kicked around, and that's kind of been the story for Johnson C. Smith. I mean, he had an easy one there. Williams had an easy stick back and just couldn't get it to go in the hole. Raheem Smith will check back in the game. Dwight Bell will take a seat.
And we saw Johnson C. Smith can still hang around. Their women's basketball team will play in the championship game tomorrow against Shaw, a rematch of a couple other tournaments past. And, you know, ironically enough, Shaw always won. So that'll be an interesting thing. So Smith, you know, they've got a championship team playing.
Yes, they do.
But the guys' season probably will end tonight. Doubt they'll get an NCAA.
Oh, man. Jose could not get it. Got his feet kind of messed up there, and Jose couldn't get it to go in. He was ready to bring one to the house. Couldn't do so. Traveling called on the other end against Thornhill.
You look at this Johnson C. Smith team, and we'll obviously have a lot of time to talk about Shaw tomorrow. But you look at Smith, Odie will be back, and Trevin Parks, the player of the year, certainly going to return, and Calvin Smith and Delonte Boyd. So you've got guys that are junior, sophomore.
Yep, Michael Cooper, too.
Michael Cooper will be back, Robert Williams, and they're going to, Antoine Wilkerson. Williams will be back, so they're going to lose Earl Jackson. They're going to lose James Odie, and both of those guys were parts of the CIAA championship team. So there's a great base back for Golden Bull fans. And and again, what I know about Steve is that he'll take the entire season. He won't use this one game and say, okay, it was a disaster. You got to the semifinals of CIAA tournament once again.
Nope, he wouldn't do that. You're right. He'll take the whole year. 3-point attempt by Smith is no good. It's out of bounds. We're trying to decide whose ball it is. It is Shaw basketball. Even the calls seem to be going the right way for Shaw right now. I think it was the right call, but you know what? When you're down by this many, you think you need a call.
Every little bit helps.
Hosier not going to get by Boyd there. Look at the quickness. My goodness, foul is called as Tony Smith was taking it right down the middle of the lane. Here it is again, quick first step.
Contact there in the air.
Robert Williams hit with the foul. So Smith will go to the line for 2 shots. Second game will be very interesting tonight.
Yeah. Be interesting too to see which team the crowd picks.
Yeah.
Livingstone never been to a CIAA championship in school's history. Last time, and we'll talk about it during the name, but last time they were even in semifinals like 1998. So it'll be interesting to see if Fayetteville State, the Bucky Bronco fans will get excited about that, or will Livingstone and Cinderella continue. Nice move.
Look at Boyd. Boyd's had a couple of buckets since coming in. That pass is long and out of bounds, and Smith will get the ball again.
We'll start thinking ahead to tomorrow night. Livingstone and Shaw split, and Shaw beat Fayetteville State both times. So,
there you go. Boyd just needed to play earlier.
Maybe the Smith guys are waking up. Maybe they're listening to me. Already have advanced Shaw. They're coming back here. Steve Joyner still very stoic, trying to coach his team. Mark Sherrill.
There's a dipsy doodle by McLendon.
Steve Jobs just watching him now. Hands to his pocket, just shook his head. Said,
Not much to do with that. Look at the rejection that time by McLendon. A bucket on one end and a block on the other. And a rebound. Got 3 folks around him just trying to get rid of it, and he does to Smith. Raheem. You got to come up with a name for the Smiths.
I do. Good. Real good.
Well, they're not brothers, but they sure are scoring brothers.
Again.
Look at that pass. Can't make the basket. Good defense that time, but a nice pass from Tony Smith. And we'll take a break. 7:04 remains in our basketball game, and Shaw closing in on a ticket placed for the CIAA championship game Saturday night.
You're not coming just to see some great basketball. Basketball is good, but you're coming to see old friends. You're coming to make some new friends, and you want to make a good impression, right? So if you're thinking about coming down to the CIAA tournament, here's a word of advice. Leave the sweatshirts and the jeans at home. You're not going to fit in here. No. Now, you can buy a sweatshirt to support your favorite CIAA school if you stop by one of the vendor booths, but you can't wear it until you go back home. Now, you notice CIAA legend Earl the Pearl Monroe. Check out his style and grace. He's a CIAA veteran. He knows how to make his mark. This is the view of the concourse area at Time Warner Cable Arena on Championship Saturday. Yeah. Look at all the people. See how they bring the A game? You can't be seen at the CI looking anything short of $1 million. You might not want to believe me, but dressing up at the CIAA is a serious business.
What do you call that?
I was given the name Brown Fudge Smudge.
Their people arrange their work schedules just to make sure their vacations fall during the CIAA tournament. I mean, there are parties to go to, folks to visit, and new memories to make. So when you come to Charlotte for CIAA 2012, remember to pack your good clothes, all of them. I mean every single one of them, because you never know which outfit you might need.
I guess we better dress up tomorrow night.
Do the best I can. I'm gonna go get the purple ripple and call Mr. CIAA and see if he can give me a hat and a cane.
You may need the cane. Earl Jackson at the line. It is something to see, especially Championship Saturday. And folks will be dressed to kill tomorrow night. Earl hits a pair. 73-50, 6:09 to go in the basketball game. Shaw just continues to do what they've done all night long. Goes off of Robert Williams' hands. So it'll be Shaw basketball. Got inbounded right in front of us. Raheem Smith. Plenty of time for them on the shot clock, 24. I mean, they'll run it all the way down. They'll really start running it more probably now, Stan. They got time, they got lead, they got everything.
All they got there an opportunity, right? That's opportunity.
In the lane, the foul is called, but McLendon will go to the free throw line.
I think if you're Shaw, you just continue to do, like you said, what they've done all weekend long. Make passes, make back cuts, make certain that no one gets injured. They'll play to 7 o'clock down. They'll be out of here. Probably the coaching staff may stick around. They're certainly familiar with the two teams that one of which they'll play on tomorrow night. They're both, Southern Division rivals. So, that makes the preparation a little bit easier. And they recently played, so they probably will stick around maybe to halftime, get out of here, get something to eat, get off their feet, and then get ready for the excitement of CIAA championship.
You just brought something up that we probably should have brought a little more up. All of these were Southern, four were Southern Division schools. That's unusual. You don't see that very often.
Well, you had.
You'll get a dunk here, I think. That's a resounding dunk by Antoine Wilkerson, but you don't see that always. Here's you got somebody coming in.
Smith needs more of those plays by Wilkerson. Had that phenomenal dunk last night, but the Southern Division probably may be a little stronger this year from top to bottom because as
mercy,
much of the year, Johnson C. Smith was, on the escalator, up and down, first and third, second and fourth. So, it's just like in the women's side, you had 3 of the 4 teams from the South, and it'll be a Southern Division battle on the women's side tomorrow night with Johnson C. Smith and Shaw. Shaw, 75 points for the Shaw Bears, 54 of them in the paint. That is excellent offense, very good transition offense.
Well, until Wilkerson hit that basket, it was 54 for Smith and 54 in the paint for Shaw.
Remember what we said too, that for Johnson Smith, nothing easy.
Right.
And it certainly has. If it wasn't easy, it wasn't that hard either.
Nope, Thornhill falls on his backside, but he's back up. And we've mentioned him, but what an outstanding career he has had at Johnson C. Smith.
Scored over 1,000 points in his career, like we said.
There he goes with a 3.
Just a little off.
Yep. Wilkerson gets a rebound, but it's off his foot. He was part of that team a few years ago that won that CIAA championship, and he was a real leader on that team, even though he was a young guy. It was a fun team to watch. We mentioned we saw one of those guys that was on that team last night. Dennis Scott's son was here. One of your favorite players, though.
Yeah, I like Ryan. Really like Ryan.
Shaw continues to be extremely patient. They have not gotten out of kilter at all for the tournament. I mean, they have just been on autopilot.
Well, they've done a good job. Short there, controlling that tempo. And it's hard to put pressure on you if you're not getting, if you're not getting easy shots.
After the break, what do you think after the break? Maybe we'll tell the Steve Joyner story from last night.
We got 3 minutes. We got a lot of stories we can tell.
That's right. We got to get to it
as well.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Stan and Chip have a very special guest.
Yes, I do have a very special guest. This is the head coach of the Shaw University Bears, Mr. Cleo Hill. Congratulations on a very impressive win.
Stan, appreciate it. The guys came out and they played well. What we wanted to do early on is to tighten up on the defense, and that didn't happen. I just saw Johnson C. Smith came out, and I think they ran off on a 9-2 run. We called a couple of timeouts to kind of corral our guys. Felt like they might have had the jitters a little bit. And then we kind of sat down defensively and kind of shut down for about a 3 or 4 minute stretch to kind of open the game up.
Talk to me about a couple of your players. First of all, let's talk about Raheem Smith. I mean, I think he just continues to dazzle this crowd. You've been watching him for the last couple of years. What kind of young man is he? What kind of player is he?
Well, Raheem is a great player, and actually he is a very modest guy, very modest guy, as I am as well. The whole player of the year voting, I'm not going to say it didn't bother him, but at the same time it bothered him.
Right.
And he wanted to come out here in Charlotte with the biggest tournament in the land and kind of show that he should have got a little bit more consideration for that.
Well, we're taking a look at some of your highlights, and one of the things I've been talking about for the couple of days is that you guys are so patient on the half-court offense. Talk a little bit about what you guys are trying to get done here. So the thing, ball side to side, everybody gets the touch.
Yeah, well, it's all about ball reversal for us. We want to make the defense move side to side as much as possible. And then with the shot clock running down, we kind of feel that a lot of teams get a little jittery and want to make a play as the shot clock is running down. That's when we try to go to our offense.
There's another one of your guys, Tony Smith, that makes some. There's a nice backdoor pass. Dwight Bale had a great game yesterday and comes back tonight and he just gives you a lot of glue plays, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, definitely a glue guy. Senior leadership stand, and that's something that we talked about from day one, even when we brought in all these new guys, that the seniors would have to step up in order for us to compete for a CIAA championship.
One of the things as we're taking a look now at transition baskets, and you see Raheem Smith from Tony Smith, is that the fact that you guys control the tempo offensively, running a good half court, but when you needed to run, you saw some opportunities, you push it, and that kind of opened this game up, didn't it?
Well, they played a great game last night against Bowie, but it was also a late game. And I thought they expended a lot of energy last night to really get a convincing win. We wanted to come out here and kind of force some tempo and fast break and transition, and we kind of caught them sleeping a little bit early.
Well, this time tomorrow you're getting ready to play one more game. You're in the championship. Your thoughts about playing in the CIAA championship? Shaw hasn't been in the championship game since I guess that was a 2001 year when they won 2001-2002 season, when you won the CIAA championship. So thoughts about getting there?
Well, it's been a long time coming. Playing against either Fayetteville State or Livingstone will be a feat. Two great coaches. Keys is a great coach, and Stinson got our coach of the year and very deserving of it. We're just going to have to come out here and play as well as we can and prepare as well as we can tonight.
Well, Cleo Hill, good luck to you. We look forward to watching you tomorrow as your team plays in the CIAA basketball championship. Doesn't matter which team you play. Doesn't matter which team plays.
Both of them will be tough opponents.
82-69, head coach Cleo Hill. Stay with us for more. You're watching the CIAA tournament on TV1.